Good morning. It is 10:34 a.m. on Saturday, June 3rd, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So before I get into my main subject for today, I just want to mention to everybody that the Steven Universe cartoon soundtrack is now available as an album, and you should buy it. And if you haven't already become a huge fan of Steven Universe, you should watch it. Probably watch it first. I mean, some of the songs, the songs are great, but I mean, there's like most of them, context is important. So watch the show. Steven Universe is great, and now if you already know that, you know how great it would be to have the soundtrack album. So, um, just dripped something on my shirt. Um, okay, so the main topic today is that last night I went to see the Wonder Woman movie, and you guys, it's so good. It's so good. I was hoping that it would be, and it is. I really, really loved it. Even if I was trying to think of things to criticize, like the worst I can come up with is minor nitpicks just here and there, because by and large, I think they just nailed it. Honestly, just in terms of what I was looking for in a Wonder Woman movie. And honestly, like there is dramatic parts in it that were emotional. But there was a moment, even relatively, I don't know, maybe halfway through, where I got emotional during an action scene that was really just fighting, but I found myself getting emotional just because it was kind of like so inspiring. It was just so kind of like, oh, look at this. Look how great this is. Mm. I'm not going to get into spoilers because I know it's early in the release and a lot of people still are going to go see it, and I think they should. Um, I'll stick just to the very broad things, which is that this is essentially Wonder Woman's origin story in movie form, um, and set during World War One. Which actually I kind of like in the sense that I know that there's been a few people asking questions of like, well, if she was really doing stuff and active in the world since World War One, how come nobody knows about her? And it's a fair question, but I kind of don't care. I kind of like that this movie is just like, that's someone else's problem. We're telling our story, and then someone else gets to try to explain why it doesn't fit with their story. Um, and I mean, it's a minor point anyway. But in any case, though, we have obviously Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and I think when she was cast, there were some people who were concerned that maybe she didn't look bulky enough. She didn't demonstrate the muscle tone that they might have wanted. Which, I don't know, is maybe fair. Like, I didn't completely disagree with some of those things. But obviously, there's more to casting a character than just some of the details of their physical appearance, especially when they look the part in other respects. But she's so good. I mean, I thought she was good in what she got to do in Batman versus Superman. But she has such a range in this movie, and part of what's great about that is that, like, that's kind of emblematic of what is great about this one in contrast to what I didn't care for in Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. That there is that range. I wouldn't call this movie lighthearted, exactly. It's about serious things, and things matter. There's real stakes to stuff, and it's not just goofy, but it's also not afraid to have comic relief, and it's not afraid to explore all the different sides of Diana. Um, oop, beep beep beep. It's not afraid to have her be both a character that can charge a machine gun with just a shield, and also to be vulnerable when things things happen, like seeing snow for the first time. Not vulnerable, interested, curious, excited. Like, look at this. Look how cool this is, and be kind of childlike in that sense. And the the tone is just what I would have wanted from a Wonder Woman movie, in the sense that she is fierce and inspiring, and but also not, I was going to say not inhuman, um, but of course, there's elements of her story that are, you could argue she's not strictly human. I mean, she does have superpowers, but at the same time, she's relatably human in her emotional aspect. She part of her struggle as she enters this, um, the arena of World War I, is her horrified discovery at just the scale, the scale of it, and seeing so many people who need help, and the idea of, we can't help this person who obviously needs help, because the more we stop and help individual people, the more we potentially delay this thing that could help more people. And having to do that sort of math is new to her in that moment, and it's heartbreaking. And what's great, it, it's inspiring. I love this movie. It's so good. You should see it. I like it. Maybe not everybody's going to like it as much as me. Obviously, these are my opinions based on what I like in movies, but I like this one a lot. So, tomorrow, start season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.